Welcome back to HM Live. And again, we're on the countdown for Christmas. Many of you are scurrying. There are dinners to be prepared and last-minute plans to be made. A portrait or picture seizes a moment in time. What went before or will follow after can only be imagined or explained. One of the benefits of a novelist, a writer, or a speaker, a preacher, is that in verbal communication or in written communication there is an expansion of the picture. It is not simply a frozen season of time, but it continues. There is a before and there is an after of a particular moment. To extend today, to make the picture and what's portrayed there much more complete. This Sunday, many of our churches are going to participate in Christmas for Christ. Gift boxes will be wrapped on Friday and Saturday evenings and checks placed in those gift boxes. Families will come and they will meet their pastor there and they will lay their gift before the Lord, their greatest gift of this Christmas season being given to Jesus through Christmas for Christ. And in doing so, miracles will be funded through that giving of the most generous gift to Jesus. Lives will be impacted and touched. Why would you make this part of your Christmas plan? Why would we become almost obsessive about the need to do this? Why would you choose to contribute? And there would be those who would ask, why would you choose to contribute your hard-earned cash? Well, I could simply say, well, there are 300 plus church planners and we will have 75 to 100 of them who will make application for our assistance in some way. That would be part of it. But the real story is not simply about the planner. The real story is about the people that the planner touches. It's drilling in to lives being changed. And any story, any portrait of a moment in time is only a brief representation. So let me allow you to see Jonathan and Tracy Fell's story because it speaks for itself so much better than any that I could share.
We started May the 4th, 2008. The little storefront we had was 860 square feet. It was real small. And the sanctuary itself was just over 600 square feet. We had 20 chairs in there, and if there were 20 people there, we were slammed. There were, if you sat on the back row, you were only on the second row. And I know that people say, well, it's so hard starting a church, so hard digging out a church. And it has its difficulties. But I'm gonna tell you something right now, it is an absolute blast. It is a blast. The people you get to meet, the stories that they have, where they come from, and what have you, it's just unbelievable. Some of the adventures that we've had in some of the events that we've had and the people that we've reached. Shannon is definitely a chunk of gold that we found buried in a lot of darkness. We met her, of course, through her son Matt, through drum lessons. We didn't know them, but she was so bound. She was so afraid and just conquered by fear. She was losing her children. She was losing her life. And in the first year that we knew her, she had attempted to take her life 3 times. If anybody was broken, Shannon was broken. I mean, completely and utterly broken.
July 4th of '06, I was employed and I injured my neck and my back and my arm. It wasn't 2 days after I injured my neck and my back that they immediately put me on chronic pain pills. As the pain progressed, I started becoming depressed. I crawled in my bed and I took some more Xanax. I took another pain pill because I just wanted it to go away. I remember Pastor John called me and, you know, he was talking to me and praying with me, and I remember him asking me if I was going to come to church that following Sunday, and he said, you know, Shannon, we're praying for you, we're there for you. If anybody has anything to say to you, they're going to have to come through me first. At that moment, I was like, you know, I thought that really I had a greater purpose. somebody really did love me, because for 3.5 years I didn't feel that love. I didn't feel it because I was so broken. I know that that drum sign wasn't a mistake, and I knew after that second suicide attempt that God wanted more for me. He had a bigger plan, and the love that I feel from my church family and the love that I give is more than I've ever given in my life or ever received in my life.
Christmas for Christ, in the last, this is the beginning of the second year that they're helping us. In the first year, if it wasn't for Christmas for Christ, my wife and I would probably be on the street corner begging. I essentially got laid off, and Christmas for Christ was I believe God is a God of timing, perfect timing. We asked for personal salary side of it, and they were able to do that. God gave us favor, and the money that came in from Christmas for Christ actually kept our heads above water. My wife Tracy and I and our 2 little girls are just grateful beyond words. I believe that you're doing the work of God and doing it that Jesus said that if you see one of mine in need of a cup of water, and we were that child. We were that. I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to stop. If it had not been for Christmas for Christ, if it had not been for every church and every family out there that gave to this mission, it would have been, it might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. It might have broken us. And ultimately we know that that's what the enemy would love to do, is to just break us to where we just quit, throw in the towel, give up, say, you know what, I can't put my family through that. I can't watch my kids go through that. You know, why should they have to sacrifice, you know, having this or having that, or being able to do this or being able to do that? What Christmas for Christ did for us, if I could just put it into a few simple words, is it relieved so much pressure.
What more can be said? This year, what greater investment can you make? I challenge every pastor and every saint in every church, regardless of that church's size or age, to invest their biggest Christmas gift into Christmas for Christ to reach souls. How could you not give? Now, don't you know that Shannon is so thankful that you helped a church planter stay in her city? Church planting works. It brings new people into the body of Christ. And Christmas for Christ for decades has worked. If you've not decided to yet, this Sunday, please give your largest Christmas gift to Jesus. As I said last week, many of our viewers are not part of a United Pentecostal church. Email me about how you can give. The email address, ccoon@upci.org, is there on the screen in front of you. I do hope that you have a blessed and wonderful time with your family. I'm so looking forward to our kids being in. I'd hope to have them on HM Live again. Perhaps it'll work out. The last time I had them, they were toddlers doing cartwheels while we were trying to film. And maybe we could have a little more of a discussion with them this year. It's a great time. It's a great season. But don't forget what it's really all about. That Jesus came, God manifest in flesh, to be incarnate. He moved into our neighborhood, is the way that John 1:14 is translated in one of the modern translations. He moved into our neighborhood. That's what your church planners are doing. They're moving into the neighborhood. They need your help. They need your help through Christmas for Christ. They need your help this week. God bless you as you give, and thank you for your giving to Christmas for Christ.